should have mentioned that earlier. No, you're good. You're good.
You know,
One second. And good morning, everybody. I'm Larry Lichstein, and we'd like to welcome all of you to Lightning Strikes Bowl in Fort Myers for today's 9-pin, no-tap, 10-pin mix-up. The way the tournament's going to work is the bowlers are going to bowl 3 games of 9-pin, no-tap, which is usually very high-scoring, and then reality sets in, and they bowl 3 regular games of bowling. At the end of 6 games today, we will crown a champion. The handicap is 85% of 235, 300 max in the scoring, including handicap. And it's great to be back with all of you today. Got a very exciting weekend. Tomorrow, I will be on the air from Gator Lanes. I'm going to try to be on the air at 10 o'clock in the morning. I will post a link on my Facebook page. We will be live streaming the 33rd annual proprietors event at Gator Lanes. This is a scratch event, a very high scoring event. This morning I was over to watch a little of qualifying. It was 8 games. Austin was averaging 264 for his first 4 games. So we're going to be over there tomorrow morning at 10. He had 299 in game 1. Stouffer will be in there. Rukoski will be in there. It's a very high-scoring shot this morning. I'll have more information tomorrow morning when I post it. Again, it's the 33rd Annual Southwest Florida Bowling Proprietors Event. I'll be on the air tomorrow at 10 o'clock from Gator Lanes. Robert Eddy letting me switch to go over there, which is real nice. He's got his Pokemon card show here tomorrow. So the Bowling Center closes. We will not have any of our normal Sunday events here. I got a chance to go right up the street to Gator and do a little live streaming. So looking forward to live streaming a scratch event, which we very rarely have anymore in Southwest Florida. We did have one last week, and again, we will have one tomorrow. A very prestigious event. I believe I'll be sitting with Steve Callior, who won the event in 94, some 32 years ago. He's 70 now. He won it when he was 38. He's now a Southwest Florida Bowling Hall of Famer and a State of Florida Hall of Famer. Steve's going to sit with me a little bit and tell us what bowling was like when he first moved here from Minnesota in the 80s and bowled that early event in the 90s. Probably one of the few bowlers that will be in the Bowling Center tomorrow that bowled the first event, which was held in 93. He bowled the second one in 94 and won it. So it's going to be fun talking with him. He's a great guy. Again, great to be back with all of you. Right now we will be bowling on lanes 19 and 20 today, 21 to 24, 25 and 6. Our finals pair usually 27 to 30, 31 to 34, and 35 to 38. I did a few little tricks that I'm working on this morning, putting our sponsors all on these scoring units there like that. Sort of looks a little different. I've been experimenting where to put all our signage. Let's see if we've got any of our friends on yet. Be nice to see. Let's see. I bet Larry Stella's on. Let's see if I'm right. Let me see. No, Wayne Bowen is on. No Larry Stella. I'm in shock. Must be taking the day off. Excuse me. Let me move this right back to the 4-camera setup for a moment, and we'll be right back with you. Excuse me. Anyways, getting back to Austin Horton, A very interesting story about him. He's the tournament leader over there right now, averaging 264 the first 4 lanes at Gator. Austin Horton is a string machine installer with his dad for Cubica. So the young man has a lot of knowledge of string machines and bowls exceptionally well on them, averaging over 230 in the house he's bowling in on those pins. Again, I don't get a chance to see him a lot because I'm usually in here. The Gator Lane house is free fall where we will be tomorrow. But he is the leader, and he's sharper because on string pins it's a tighter pocket. It really teaches you about pin carry. There's no doubt about it. You don't get as many breaks on strings as you do with free fall, but he's sharp because he bowls on strings a couple of nights a week down south about 40 miles from here. So it's an interesting scenario. I want to see if he can hold on. He certainly has the capability of winning this event. Obviously with Stouffer in there, Rakoski, Jake Miller, Dennis Beagle, several others, he's got his hands full. But same period of time, the young man can play. Very strong, got a high rev rate. You've seen him on our show here. So we'll have a little more information for you tomorrow at 10. We will be showing all the finalists. I believe 10 finalists are going to make it. Had a big field there today. Looked like they had over 100. So we'll know a little more tomorrow. I'm going to check and see if my tournament bowl is up and running here. We'll go over the roster. Okay, the entries are going to get a lot higher than this. Looks like we got about 40 today. Might have a little more. Might be some walk-ins. Matt Bartle, Jonathan Bonilla, Dave Bullock, Frank Cascio, Patty Crispin, Dave Esposito, Jalen Faust, Patrick Golson, Joe Julian, Teresa Julian, Skylar Kelly, Russ Kozar, Danny Mayer, Samantha McHugh, Mike Melendez, Ronnie Rice, Ashton Rinker, Phil Sedberry, Dylan Starr, all will be bowling. And again, there's probably going to be a few more that I have to update this roster a little bit. We'll have a final tally for you once practice starts. I'm hoping for 40. Last weekend we had 84 for the trios. That was fantastic. That was the first Saturday we had that many entries in a long time. I like that trios event. I wouldn't mind seeing that thing run every 3 weeks instead of once a month, maybe putting it in against one of our lower entry events. It seems like the bowlers like trios. I would never know that anymore. Even though I'm in the bowling center a lot, I would not have picked it to get 84 entries last Saturday, but it did. And we had 34 on Sunday. It was a heck of a weekend. We had 118. So, of course, tomorrow we're not bowling. We have the card show here. And I will be at Gator Lanes. Today the bowlers will be bowling 6 games. No step ladder today. Tom Cook's on there, Stella. If Stella misses the show, there'll be an investigation. We'll have to call up the Florida State Senate, send out some investigators, and find out why Stella isn't on my show, or Panko. Actually, when both of them are on, I'm fine. When they're off, I get nervous that they don't like me anymore or they're mad at me. Hello there, sir. How are you doing?
35 and 36.
How are you,
Good.
sir?
How are you?
I'm all right.
Good.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, you're always ready.
Yeah, I was thinking about going over to Gator, but
I was there watching high
yeah,
scores.
with some of those animals.
Yeah, I'm going to live stream that tomorrow at 10.
Are you?
Yeah, they're going to let me stream it because Robert has the card show here tomorrow. So Wayne Toplin's going to set up a system. I don't know much about it, but we'll try to bring it out to show everybody. The more we get, the better it is.
Yeah, take a peek in at it.
Yep.
Yeah, bowling against those kids.
Did you know this young lady right here in the blue is from Detroit?
Is she?
And she won here with her friend Austin about 3 weeks ago. And I was mentioning several of the houses I've been to. She's an avid bowler. She's bowled in a lot of Detroit houses.
Oh, yeah, has she?
Oh, yes, she has.
What's her name?
Uh,
Remember?
I can tell you her name in a moment. Bear with me. She's very nice. They won the doubles here a few weeks ago, and I forgot her name because there's something wrong with me. But let me see.
Yeah, Larry, we're getting old, you know.
Oh my God, what a memory! It's failing by the day. That's Ashton Rinker, and I'm trying to see what her name is. She'll kill me for that one. What is her name?
Yeah, I'll just go ask
I think it's Kelly. I think her name is Kelly.
Kelly.
I can't tell. I can't
Okay.
see it here. I don't know. I think it might be Kelly. There's only about 3 or 4 women bowling, and I think that's her.
Yeah, okay.
But if you get the name wrong, say Larry told me your name. You can you can blame me. I have no problem with that. Yeah. I think it's Kelly. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Kelly. But I'll bet you and her have something in common. I bet you probably know some of the same people. Because she seems to be a very avid bowler.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if that's the case, probably.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Probably know some of the same people anyhow.
Yeah. Oh, and I saw something yesterday, folks. Mike Triniski, the Chin, they call him, and his partner, Diston. Now, I forget Diston's first name. They won the American Bowling Congress, which is now the USBC doubles, in 1994. So they're Eagle winners. Diston's got a team all events and a doubles Eagle. And Triniski didn't have any Eagles, but he's had a lot of top 10s. Yesterday, they shot 1567 in doubles. Now, a team last week shot 1531, which normally would be an automatic win. The 1531 was the 9th highest double score ever bowled. And yesterday, Triniski and Diston bowled the highest double score in USBC ABC history at 1567. Now, I'm not sure about this, but if they do win, they might be the first people in 125 years to win the doubles title twice, which is unheard of. Considering no one's ever done it, they might be the first. I had a third in doubles 57 years ago, missed winning by 6 pins. Never got close after that, never. Had good partners in my life. But to win that thing twice, the odds, incalculable odds. And if they do win it, they're going to win it 32 years apart, 94 and 2026. What are the odds of them still being good enough 32 years later to set the all-time high? You know, when they were kids in 94, yeah, I could see it. They're both in their 20s. They're sharp. They're young. You know, they can bowl all night long. Well, both guys look like they're in their 50s or early 60s. Triniski is a veteran. He's a great bowler and has been for many years out of Oswego, New York. So I'm thrilled for them because they've done something. When you set a world record, I mean, what could be better than that? You know, you fly out to Vegas, you got high hopes, you come home with possibly a doubles eagle and a world record of the highest 6 games ever bowled in the Open Championships. So we're going to find out. We'll know a little more. I think that's what Sammy Ventura would say is good stuff. Let's check the roster again and see if the entries are filling up a little bit. Keep in mind, this is a singles event today. Oh, yeah, it's starting to get bigger. looks like we're up at about 30. That's where we might start. A little smaller field, understandable with the proprietors tournament going on. I'm not gonna say most of those guys would bowl 9-pin no tap, but some of them would. Probably 15 or 20 might have been over here bowling this tournament, but we have a very rare scratch event in this region. They're supposed to get a lot of entries. Obviously, the big guns have an advantage. Stouffer, Rakoski, several of the other guys. But 10 people make the finals, and you make one. That is a major accomplishment. And then you bowl the best in the region in singles match play. That is also a major accomplishment. So there's no doubt we lost some entries today over there. Just want to check my 4-camera setup here, make sure that we are okay with it. Bear with me. Oops. So we need to get 21 to 24 up there. Bear with me. I want to get that up and going. There it is. Put that up there, make it look a little better. Oh, what a difference, huh? All right, get a little logo in there and we'll be in good shape. Keep in mind, next Sunday will be the the Paradise Vintage Market Senior Eliminator, 50 and over. We're going back to our original format at 50 and over. We tried 40. Kind of felt that might have been a gamble, and it was. What I like is Robert's willing to roll the dice, change some formats month to month, see if we get the equation right. I know one thing, last week's trios was fantastic at 84. I would like to see us running every 3 weeks instead of every 4. Maybe make the trios the same, but add one senior, something like that. Or trios, add one woman. You never know. A lot of still running trios, but make it a little different than the normal trio event. Competition just about ready to start. Weather fantastic today. Jimmy Argy's on. Welcome aboard, Jimmy Argy. I got myself another car yesterday. First time in 4 years. I got a nice daily driver. Got rid of my old Mercedes. It was time. She was beat up, looking kind of ragged, and things were starting to go on it. Not serious, but got sick of fooling with it and said, well, go spend a little money and get yourself a nice little car. And I found a great deal on a Lincoln MKX 2014, a beautiful car. I think it's 2-owner. So I was thrilled to get new wheels. I'm driving it yesterday and today. I feel like I'm driving $1 million car. No, don't worry, it didn't cost anywhere near that. Keep in mind, this coming Tuesday night is week 36 of the Audi League, finishing its 6th year. Wednesday night, week 34 of Oaks Farms, presented by Charlie's Irrigation and Jopo Grips. So we're winding down. We're starting to come up with our summer schedule here at Lightning Strikes. Pull up the Lightning Strikes Facebook page. Our schedule's on it. We have a great league on Wednesday night. Great leagues on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Take a look for summer bowling here at Robert Eddy's living room. The boss is bowling today. Jimmy Argy on from Martha's Vineyard. The Vineyard. We like the Vineyard. Tom Cook is on. Welcome aboard, Tom. Nice to have you with us today. And springtime just around the corner. I was talking to a few of my friends last week up in Ellington, Connecticut. Tuesday and Wednesday was 81 and 82 degrees in Ellington in the middle of April. And I said to Jimmy, who's been a dear friend of mine for 66 years, how is that possible? I never saw an April day when I lived there at 81 and 82. And all that snow they got a month ago, naturally, that's gone.
The next three will be regular.
And he had about 18 inches worth. It was gone in 3 weeks.
Skipping one pair to the right. So 35, 36, you'll come back to 21, 22. 30, 35, 36, you'll come to 21, 22. After the end of 6 games, there'll be 1 out of 6.
It looks like the bowlers today will be bowling
After the first game, your
on
scores will
lanes
be reflected on
21
tournament.com.
and 20. No, they
Please
are on
take a
19
minute
and
to check
20.
your
Okay.
average, your
I
score,
want to check this
and your
calendar out.
side
This will
pass.
be a real good camera
Very
today.
important.
This
If
is
any
where we're
corrections
full.
need to be made, it needs to be made ASAP, not when you're done. Go
Nice
ahead,
little
hit the
field.
check
I
box
like
and
it.
you can begin your
A few
practice.
late check-ins, people just coming in. Perfect for a Saturday here at the living room. You know, this is that slow time of the year where people have so many things to do in April here. A lot of the snowbirds are leaving, of course. A lot of leagues are just starting to end. And, you know, people have bowled 36 weeks. They want a little break. A lot of people are going to the USBC Nationals. Again, the way it works this morning is the first 3 games are 9-pin no tap. The next 3 are regular scoring, 85% at 235, 300 max. So you won't see any 380s and 420s today unless we're talking 420 Mercedes and 380 Mercedes. That's the end of that. Thank God. I'm glad they capped it. That's so ridiculous when you see somebody bowl the 362 game. It's not for me. You know, I don't mind handicap, but I think 300's always been the highest score, and that's the way it should be. But we were doing that for a while, and a lot of people didn't like it. They just did not feel real comfortable with it. And so we capped it quite a while ago. I'd say about 6-7 months ago, we got rid of that ridiculous scoring. Sam McHugh coming up on 32. Bowled 2,100 scratch all events at the Ladies City Tournament a few weeks back. Had 796 in the singles. And she's been bowling a long time. And when you see the way she expressed those scores to me and the pride she had, and I was reading her body language. I know it put her in orbit. That is a monster number for anybody. It's obvious her highest 9 games ever. She was so proud of it. Avid bowler all her life. And you know, when you have a day like that, you never forget it. It stays with you. That is a big score. Over 2,100 scratch. She won the all events. She won the singles, scratch, of course. And so happy for her that she had a great day. When I have a great day now, it's getting out of bed, hobbling to the bathroom and making sure that I loosen up as I hobble, a cup of coffee and hoping I wake up, get behind the wheel and hope that I can actually see. Those make my great days now. It's amazing. Great day before was, well, I've been up an hour. I just shot 269, 259. I'm going to make a lot of money. 50 years later, it's can I get up and walk? It's amazing. Brian Sethenhelm on. Welcome aboard, Brian. Thank you for being with us. Now, you know I like to have a lot of fun when I'm on the air. So I'm going to make you folks laugh a little bit. Just bear with me. Now, there's a young man coming up on lane 29, or 30. He'll be coming up momentarily. And there he is right there. And watch this young man on lane 30. See him? He's coming up now. Take a good look. He's in black, right? Now you're going to look at him when he comes back. Take a good look. Little two-hander action, right? See the hair? See the hair, right? Okay. I just wanted to make sure you saw the hair on the young boy on lane 29. What do you think? Boy, am I asking for trouble. I have no choice. I have to do this. You see. Now watch. Watch him on 29. He's going to come up shortly. Now, what do you think there? You see it? Take a good look. Now, he doesn't know I'm doing this. I'm not making fun of him. He's a nice young man. But we do have a similarity. And I want to make sure that all of my viewers see it, because it's very important that they understand how sick I really am. And here we go again. Now watch. What do you think? I think this is identical. That's what I think. An identical hairdo. I just hope he doesn't get mad at me. keep in mind, Austin Horton, you've seen him on the show last week in our scratch event. He has won a few events here where I've had him in the booth. Right now, he is averaging 260 the first 5 games at Gator. He shot about 1240 his first 5, so he's going to obviously make a finals there. And he's never won the proprietors. He's got his work cut out for him with Stouffer and Rakoski and several others, but I do believe he's good enough to win that event. It would be a great feather in his cap. Keith Cross is bowling there today. Jake Miller. Robert Hilton. Very strong field. We will be on the air there tomorrow morning. If everything goes right at 10 o'clock, I will post a link on my Facebook page. Joe Panko's on. And it looks like Ethan Fiore has made his first finals this year in the doubles up in Maine. So personally, I'm pulling for him. Not only has he bowled here and bowled very well in his house, he's had him in the booth a few times, and he is a favorite now in Florida of all of us, out on that tour. There are several, but I like Ethan, a wonderful young man, making a great name for himself as he travels the United States. He's a member of the Motive staff and the Jopo staff. He uses Jopo grips. And, of course, I am on the Jopo staff with him, E.J. Tackett, and several other great stars. And I am so honored to wear this shirt and have been for quite a while. There it is, RPM Pro Shop with my buddy Ricky Ward and, of course, the Lightning Strikes logo, and I'm honored to say that I'm on Jopo. I want to thank Jerry and Marianne for believing in me. Very seldom does a man my age get asked to be a staff member, and I'm floored by it. And I always want to thank them. And in turn, they now sponsor our Wednesday Night League here as well. I want to thank Jerry for doing that, and Ricky Ward for helping me with Jerry. What a name, Jopo. I love it. When I first heard it, it didn't mean anything to me. Until I saw what it looked like and how they worked, I went, oh my God, what am I looking at? You talk about perfection for an interchangeable thumb. There's nothing close to it. I mean, the other companies are great companies and have supported bowling and have done a phenomenal job worldwide, Turbo and Vice. But I feel, in my opinion, the Jopo interchangeable is by far the best interchangeable ever designed, invented, and patented. It's remarkable. Of course, if you're two-handed, you don't have to worry. You just use their finger grips. But for most of us that need a thumb, it's the best. Yeah, Daria Payak just signed with Motive. I saw that. She's with Jopo too, I think. Isn't she, Mike? Is she Jopo? I believe she is. That's one girl there that, for whatever reason, has not made it to the next level. I mean, she's definitely Pro Tour quality, but I think she won very young at age and never won again, if I'm not mistaken. But her game looks so good. I've often wondered about that. I've seen it before, too, where a bowler had a physical game like the great Richie Wolf out of Virginia. Everybody on tour that watched him bowl said he had the best left-handed game ever. He bowled the senior tour, and people said the same thing. My God, did you see that guy throw the ball? I mean, it's obvious his game is flawless, but he never got a win. He got to a couple title matches, but was never able to get the big win. And sadly, in my opinion, and I say this with respect, there are a lot of lefties that won were nowhere near as good as him. I mean, they won. They got to that last game and pulled it off. His game was flawless, absolutely flawless. Just goes to show you, it's not how you look, it's how you score. Tell you who else got out of the box real good today was Joe Veloso. Denise Roth is on. My dear friend of 45 years. Denise Roth was married to the legend, one of the greatest bowlers that ever lived, the great Mark Roth. Denise, honored to have you with us today, my dear. I hope you're doing okay. Getting ready for springtime up there, and isn't it Fulton where you live? Fulton, New York? I remember you telling me, I know it's cold where you live, that I know. A little too cold for Uncle Litchie, Denise. Uncle Litchie does not like the cold weather. I met Denise when we had the Syracuse Opens that started off at strike and spare lanes at Syracuse, then went over to holiday lanes in Syracuse, and a phenomenal bowling town. And there's a young man coming out of there right now named Derek Magno. Derek Magno's record in the USBC is outstanding. I love buses. When I bought my bus, Mark went crazy. He couldn't believe it. I drove that thing to California in 75 in June. And the minute he saw it, he came out, Litchie, and let me see the engine. And I showed him the engine. Had a 671 Detroit in it. Mark drove with me to some stops in the bus. Mark was a bus passenger. Petraglia, Johnny Gunther, Wayne Zahn, Butch Soper, Eddie Ressler, Steve Neff, Bill Spigner, Dennis Lane was in the bus with me. Carmen Salvino was in the bus with me on a trip from Oakland to Las Vegas. Imagine driving 600 miles with Salvino. That was something else. Len Nicholson was with me one night when I put the bus on cruise control, and I was listening to some real good rock and roll, and it had a flat floor in the front, so you could get out of the driver's seat, and the floor was flat. And I put it on cruise, got up out of the driver's seat. We were doing 80 miles an hour, and I held the steering wheel with one hand while I was dancing and bopping. He was with me with Joe Berardi. It's the only time in my life I saw him get pale. He begged me to get back in the seat, and I said, just let the song end, I'll get back in the seat. I held the wheel with my left hand, and I was bopping, standing up at 80 on the flat roads between Dallas and New Orleans, where you can get on I-10. I mean, they're dead flat. I wouldn't obviously do it in any type of mountainous terrain or in the rain or anything. It was dead flat. It was at night. There was no traffic, and I decided to get up and steer with one hand. It was actually a wonderful feeling. I wouldn't do it now. If somebody said, Larry, I'll give you $1,000, I wouldn't do it. I can't stand up and do it with two hands. It was nice to be young. All right, keep in mind, this is 9-pin no tap. You know, Syracuse, obviously Mark marrying Denise. Syracuse had somewhat of a double meaning. Syracuse is where Mark Roth had cashed 52 straight weeks in a row. And in the 79 event, I believe the 79 event, he missed cashing by a pin. Then he cashed 27 more weeks in a row. So in the one event where he missed by a pin, he ended up marrying a lady from the same town, which is kind of unique because we always talked about the week that broke the 52-week streak of 52 straight PBA cashes, which I believe might not ever be broken. No one's ever come close to it, including Belmonte and Tackett. Now, those two guys, if they can't cash 52 in a row, I don't know if anybody can. You have Mark's $2.99 ring. That's wonderful, Denise. I'm so glad. Denise, I would offer you my ring, but the only problem is it's a $1.99 ring. I don't think it has the same value. It's 100 pins short. Never mind anything else. Hi, Denise. I'm Larry. I'd like to give you my $1.99 ring as a memento of our friendship. You know, Denise, I don't know if I ever told you in our conversation, you know, I did have $2.99 in the 2009 USBC team event at the Las Vegas Convention Center. I bowled with Pete Couture, John Janowitz, and two other bowlers. And I had $2.99 in a team event. My first game was 123 and my second game was 176. And I'm not joking. And I started to cry at the end of the night. I had 155 the third game for 454. It's my lowest three games and my lowest sanctioned game in my life. I got off the lanes. I said to Pete Couture, tomorrow morning will be the last 6 games of my life. I bowled them. I went home. I swore I'd never throw a ball again. And I bowled 2010, 11, and 12, and bowled great. Had 1899, 1898, and 1899, and made a lot of money in brackets. And then I never bowled again after 2012. That was my last USBC. I can't believe it's 14 years already. But that 2009 event sent me home in a basket. I shot 16-20 for 9 games. I was sick. You know, Denise, I got thrown out of every bowling center in Hartford for kicking the ball return. And in a pot game in 66, I left a pocket 8-10, which was impossible for a lefty back then with a rubber ball. Solid 8 with a 10-pin to lose a game. and I took off my shoe and threw it at the masking unit. It had these plastic little men on the masking unit. And if you threw a strike, the little man would light up. Well, naturally, I hit the little man, and it was made out of glass with a bulb behind it. And it fell on the lanes and cracked, and all the glass went everywhere, and it stopped working. And I got a 30-day vacation. The thing that really makes me proud, though, when I took the shoe off, I was aiming for it. I threw that shoe 60 feet and hit it. I broke the little man, got a 30-day vacation at Bradley Bowl. On the microphone that Larry Lichtenstein will be expelled for 30 days and do not come back. Yep, one of my first public announcements. It was great. I loved it. All right, so right now it looks like we've got 2 or 3 possible 300s. So we're going to keep our eye right here on 31 and 2. There's another one on 21 and 2, another one on 23 and 4. Joe, you want to buy them? I'll get them. I'll sell them to you, Joe. For a measly $6,000. But I'll autograph them as well. $500 just to look at them? Why don't you send me $500 just to look at me? Here, Joe, let me show you. It's real simple. Watch this. It's so simple, Joe, it makes it real easy. Take a look. Hi, Joe. 500. Seemed to work. I thought I'd get 500 out of him. You know, if I had any idea I could get 500 for talking to everybody on a live stream and giving them a wave, I'd get in business right now. Watch Dave Bullock now. For number 8. Hold it. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, he almost broke it down. Stella, you would too? Don't tell me I'm going to get 1,000 today. Oh my God. I had no idea. Again, on behalf of Robert and I and all of our staff, we want to thank all of you for watching us all year. It has been a great year here at Lightning. All right, Denise, my dear, nice to have you with us today. Enjoy your day, sweetie. I hope to see you someday. I miss you. I love you very much. You're a beautiful lady. We all love you, Denise. Thank you for joining us. All right, the bowler's just about done with game one. The 9-pin no tap's going to go by real quick with 2 bowlers a lane. It's going to fly by. They should have game 2 done probably right around 2 o'clock. Maybe 9-pin no tap should be done around 2:30. Then we go into the 3 games of regular scoring. Probably about a 5 p.m. Departure time today. Hey, David. That young man now coming up on lane 22. So right now it looks like we had 1 300 today. I'm going to just check 35 and 6 or 33 and no, yeah, 35 and 6 and see if anybody bowled 300 on that pair. 240, 279, 266 coming in on that pair. So that pair did very well in game 1. Denny Mayer on there. To show you the difference in the scoring eras, in 1969, when I was 3rd in the Classic Division doubles, and that was the pro division. The regular division was everyone that did not hold a PBA card. The pro division was the Classic. They separated them back then because people felt the pros were going to win all the money, and they were right. So we shot 1348, missed winning by 6 pins. 1354 won the Eagle. It was won by Jimmy Stefanich and Don McCune. Stefanich, the 68 Bowler of the Year. McCune, the 73 Bowler of the Year, both in the USBC and PBA Hall of Fames, amongst several others. So 1354 won it. And yesterday, those 2 guys shot 1567. They beat it by 213 pins for 6 games. That's almost 35 pins a game higher. So when you look at the 2 guys that won in 68, they were 2 of the best in the world. I'm not going to say Triniski and Distant are not 2 of the best in the world. This year they are. But in their careers, they're not compared to McCune and Stefanich either. So not knocking them, but just saying these are 2 guys that beat Stefanich and McCune that year by 213 pins. Certainly capable, certainly great, not their fault. Bowlers just bowl. They're not responsible for the environment, lane conditions, the design of today's equipment. Nothing. They just bowl. You should never, ever, ever blame a bowler for striking. It's the last thing in the world anyone should ever do. It is ignorant to do it. They just bowl, and their job is to knock them over. I hate these people that ridicule people for winning 2-handers, high-scoring events. Oh, they would never do this. Oh, they can't do that. Oh, that's illegal. Blah, 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 blah. They just put their shoes on and bowl. They're not responsible for anything else other than that. If you look at it logically, that's what it's all about. Put your shoes on and bowl. Go out and have some fun and bowl. The haters hate everybody that bowl good. I'm sure somebody's going to say something silly about those two. It's just a question of when. Trinisky and Distant are fantastic bowlers. I am thrilled for them because I believe they're going to have the American dream. If you're a bowler, it's called an eagle or a PBA title. Some say eagles are equal to PBA titles. I don't know about that. There's no comparison. To bowl 3 games and shoot 820 is one thing, but to bowl 42 games against 100 guys that live, eat, and sleep bowling that are the best in the world is another. On the other hand, when you beat 50,000 bowlers and shoot 820, what are the odds of that? 50,000 to 1? So, I mean, it'll always be a conversation. But it does look like it's tougher to win an Eagle because Nelson Burton's leading after 125 years with 9 Eagle wins, but Walter Ray has 47 PBA wins. So that's an interesting little scenario there, too. Be controversial about that forever. Art's on. Hope you're feeling better, Art. Art, when they did my catheterization, ran the camera, into my veins to look at my heart. They found $200 bills in there that I stuffed in there one night when I was on one of my binges. They came from the early 80s. And when I came out of anesthesia, they gave them to me. They still look pretty good. I actually cashed them in at a bank. Now, of course, if any of you believe that, the joke's on you. I won't get into it, but I'm not going to say the next one because some people might be offended. So I almost said it right now. I changed my mind at the last minute. It won't work either. All right, scoring done for game 1. Luke will be getting the scoring in this morning. Luke doing a great job here with us. In his second year now of running our events. You know, with the records being set this year, keep in mind the highest winning team event, I believe, was a team with Zeno Garcia and Pete Thomas out of Dallas about 15 years ago or so, maybe a little less. I think they shot 3,700. I believe it's the highest five-man team score ever. I don't know if that can be broken, but I will say this. There's no doubt in my mind that 3,600 is definitely a possibility to win that thing. No doubt in my mind. It looks like tomorrow morning we are going to be on the air at 10 from Gator. I will post a link. Just talked to Wayne Toplin, who's handling the tech support for that event. Again, it's very early for me. It's a long day, but I look at it this way. For the most prestigious event that we run in Southwest Florida for our bowlers, yeah, I can be there early. It's worth it. Anything to do to keep it going with prestige is so important. And this morning I watched it. Man, there were some real good bowlers in there and a nice crowd watching. That tournament is a testament to the bowlers of this region. And I'm honored to be doing it. I'm honored to have won it 25 years ago. I won this event. My name is engraved on the trophy. So I was 51 when I won it, I believe. Maybe 52. I have to figure it out. If I won in 2001, I think it's 2001. I was 51 when I won it. No, wait a minute. 50 and 99. 52 when I won it. I think Stouffer's record, though, might not ever be beat. He's got 7 wins, and that one there might last a long time before somebody comes along and beats it. Here we go, standings. Russ Kozar, 300. Jonathan Bonilla, 300. Look at the Alan Adamczyk, 300. Saman McHugh, 300. Gold one naturally. Look at hers. Frank Casio, 300. Doug Cosart, 300. And it drops down. Ryan Courtney, Danny Mayer. Look at those scores. My God, that's insane. And we have 34 monster scores. The highest woman right now is Sam McHugh, who has been bowling great and I would not count her out of winning this event, knowing she has a pretty good look today, because she could come back real good in the regular portion. She's going to keep the ball in play, so it'll be interesting watching Sam. There it is. And I was saying last week, the Gator Lanes did sell to a theater company here in Fort Myers. And from what I understand, it's going to stay a bowling center, which I must admit, even though they are competition to us up the street, I'm so glad, only because I just hate to see bowling keep losing bowling centers. We've lost thousands and thousands of them. People say it's a dying sport, and I don't know how you couldn't say it. We just lost a 62-laner in Fort Lauderdale that closed last month. An iconic bowling center. They're bulldozing it down this week. They gutted it, now they're going to bulldoze it. And it's just heartbreaking, because I don't think any of us that live this long, that have been involved in the game as long as I have, believed we'd see this, 30, 40 years ago. I did not believe I'd see this. I did not believe that they become so valuable for property value that you'd have to tear them down. I just never conceived it. And that one in Fort Lauderdale sold for $19 million on 5 acres of land. 5 acres of land. Bulldozed the building down for $19 million. Never mind the cost to tear it down. $19 million for 5 acres. That's $4 million an acre. $4 million an acre in Fort Lauderdale. I had no idea. I'd have bought 20 houses there in the 80s. How can that be possible?
242.
Maybe 6 acres. Let's say it was 7 acres into 19 million. 2 million an acre. 2 million 5 an acre. It's crazy. All right, scores are very high today. I don't know if anybody can go 900, but there is a possibility out there. I'm going to check Sam McHugh out here momentarily, because she can hit the pocket real good and get 9 drops. And a few others that are on that 300 list. Joe Panko wants to know who's with me. Luck. Lady Luck is with me. Now tomorrow, if you mean, Steve Callier I'm going to bring in if he shows up. I like Steve Callier. He's got a great story. He moved here close to 50 years ago from Minnesota, and he became, within a very short period of time, the best bowler in this region. Long before Ricky Ward, and I lived here, and Ricky grew up, and many of the others, Stouffer, long before Stouffer. He moved here, before Stouffer was born. So he became the first real accredited bowler in this region. And every year he dominated in the 80s and 90s. He won every tournament. Nobody could beat him. He had like 50 local wins, like in the 80s and 90s. He had 50 local wins. He was a legend overnight. And no matter who the kids were, they couldn't beat him. Then they started coming out of junior leagues, and little by little, he got older and they got younger, and finally, people started to beat him. But he's going to sit with me tomorrow. He just turned 70. And when he was good, he also had an attitude. In other words, the name of the game was, you can bowl me, get ready. Get ready to get beat. And that's part of bowling. I had it when I was young. I know a lot of people that have it. Stouffer has it now. There's people that have an attitude, and some don't. Some just bowl, they're laid back and they don't care. Others, it's like a war out there, and that is part of our sport. I think the attitudes are mistaken a lot of times. I think, when you're married and have a family and you're out there bowling for money, yeah, you have an attitude. It's to feed your family. It's not because you don't like people. It's that you're putting your money up to feed your family, and that gives you an attitude. Most people don't understand that because they've never done it. When you got a strike to eat, you'll find out how tough it is. Sam, what'd you bowl that game? Without handicap? How many you get? How many pins you get? You had 300 in game one. Okay, so I need to know. So Sam McHugh bowled 258 the second game here. I want to check something out and see what she's getting for handicap, just to get an idea if she goes to 600. She's got 29, so she went 58. So she's at 587. So she's going to be a factor. Obviously, she can get well over 800 for the first three with handicap. It will be interesting in game two, no doubt about it. Or in set two. Set two is regular scoring. Now, we've got a very nice thing going on 21 and 2, if you'll notice. There's one miss. It looks like one miss in 8, 17, 25 frames, one count under 9. So Robert Eddy coming up now with a shot at 300. Boy, he split that rack. Wow. It's kind of interesting right there with Danny Mayer and Robert and the young gentleman with a baby split or a split pickup. That's 878 on the score sheet going into the 10th. Wow. For the three bowlers on a pair. That is enormous. Oh, yeah. What a touch he's got. You see him with that thumb, and he's using that thumb to change his release. It's old-time bowling taught in areas other than Southwest Florida. Most people down here don't have anyone to teach them that. Can I order something? I'm starving. I want that small Caesar with grilled chicken. The half Caesar with grilled chicken, please. And extra Caesar on it. Thank you. Thank you. Starving. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. All right, Robert Eddy now going for number 10. Here we go. The owner, our fearless leader. Hold it. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah. Wow. Robert Eddy's ball's hooking a little. That's something we don't see a lot. That ball moved from right to left very late down the lane. That's interesting because he has been working on his game, trying some new things. And Danny really tugged that one. I can't believe he did that. Oops, looking at his hand. All right. Said, how did I do that? All right, here goes Robert now for number 11. Likes to swing the ball in that swing. Oops. See, that was early off his hand there. And Robbie's on. I saw Robbie this morning. Robbie had the scooter this morning. I was going to try to bum a ride over here, Robbie, from you, but I changed my mind at the last minute, knowing you're a reckless driver. But I really was considering having you chauffeur me over, but it didn't work. There you go. That was a good shot. Atta boy, Robert. Yeah. Look at the boss with 300. All right.
Of them were white.
Let me tell you, the last shot was fantastic. You got through that one. That hand come right up.
Once in a while, right?
The 11th one come off the hand a little early, but the 12th one was absolutely what you want. It was great. And it came
Takes me a
through.
while. Not balanced sometimes.
It's not terrible. You're all right today.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm trying.
Sometimes. All right, so now the third game of 9-pin no tap is coming in, and then it gets, the whole world changes. I've seen people 840, 850 with handicap for 3 games in a 9-pin no tap. And then when the 3 games come in, they shoot 560 when they have to shoot their spares. I kid you not. When those 9-pin counts become strikes, 800, the minute none of them are strikes, and every spare has to be made, 560. Not with everybody, but I've seen that. Keep in mind, the next time we will be on the air here is Tuesday at 6:45. It will be the last night of the Audio Fort Myers League, ending their 6th year of competition here at Lightning. And I know one thing, I've never seen a company like Audi and what David Forbes has done for us. Remarkable. Every 2 weeks, 2 bowlers win usages of a brand new car for 2 days with a full tank of gas for 6 years. 5,000 added. Co-sponsoring many events here in this facility other than the league. Backing players and tournaments. Buying 140 junior league shirts for our kids here on Saturday morning, embroidered with their names on the back. The bottom line is, when you have something like this, which in our sport is so rare, and you see the consistency of 6 years of it, it's overwhelming for me because I've not seen it. Not like this. Same with Oaks Farms. I've not seen it where they keep coming back and spending a lot of money. Not a small amount of money. I would say, with all our sponsors included, probably $50,000 a year. Thank you, son. Probably $50,000 a year coming in here with added money for leagues, car rentals, tournament sponsorship. That is an enormous amount of money from the business community for any tournament host, any league host. So we want to thank everybody again for believing in bowling here in Fort Myers. It means so much to our league bowlers to know that people actually are willing to put up a little prize money for you. Tailored Tailwaggers, Paradise Vintage, Charlie's Irrigation, Joe Poe, all of them. Bright View, enormous. Gogan, the Gogan League on Thursday night. I got a little trivia question for you that you folks are going to love. I'm sure you remember in baseball the steroid scandal. And the guy that really brought light to it was Jose Canseco when he wrote a book. A lot of people considered him a traitor and, things like that. Canseco had a lot of home runs in his life and started telling people who did steroids. Of course, when he was with Oakland, it was a powerhouse team with him and McGuire. So the Oakland A's were in Kansas City for a 3 or 4 game series. Canseco had an afternoon off, decided to go into a bowling center, and sees this guy bowling who's throwing 260s every game. His name was Donnie Fowler. A very nice person. Jose goes up and talks to him, and while they're talking, Fowler shoots 300. And Jose doesn't know a lot about bowling, but what he does know is the guy's pretty good. So he offers him a sponsorship for 2 years on tour, and Fowler accepted and bowled the Pro Bowlers Tour. He was very quiet about it, didn't go around bragging. But everybody knew and heard that Canseco was his sponsor. Well, naturally, nowadays, with Burkett on the senior tour and Mookie Betts being a great bowler, obviously big names in baseball. But not many people know the Canseco story, that he put up money for a young boy out of Kansas City. I think Donnie was in his 20s when Jose did it. A few months back, there was a picture of him posted on Facebook. He's now in his 60s. He looks good. And I remember thinking when he came out how scared he was. He had that scared look. Because when you leave Kansas City and you go out on the tour, and you're looking at Anthony and Roth and Holman, yeah, that would scare you. Take my word for it. That would scare you. And I do not believe, I'm not going to compare them to today because it was a different game, but in the era of the PBA, in the 60s, you know, it was Carter and Weber and Bluth, Harry Smith, Carter, Weber, and Smitty. In the 70s and early 80s, it was Anthony, Roth, and Holman. Then in the middle and end of the 80s, it might have been Williams, Albee, and Monticelli. Then in the 90s, maybe Williams, Duke, and Bone, right? Then in the O's, Belmonte, Duke, and Pete Weber. And there's always been these 3 guys, that maybe 4, that are the dominant players. And they are intimidating. I'm sure Donnie Fowler was intimidated. We're qualifying at the proprietors today is 8-game blocks. They've got a squad going on now at 2 o'clock. So the morning squad is now over. The morning squad on it had Austin Horton, John Rakowski, Ronnie Martin II, Dennis Beagle, some very good bowlers. Now, B squad's going to come on. Donnie Fowler wants me to let my guests know that Lee Ratchin shot 825 Monday night, Donnie Fowler. I'm all right. I'm okay. Robbie McDonald, watch me to tell everybody that Lee Ratchin shot 825 Monday night. So Donnie, yeah, I'm all right. So Robbie, I will do that for you. And being that you're Lee Ratchin's agent, Robbie, if you give me a ride on the motorcycle, I'll say anything you want.
Have I told you how much I love this game?
How much do you love this game?
I love this game so much that in a 9-pin no tap, I think I shot like 568.
568 and 9-pin no tap?
Oh no, I'm lying to you. I can't do math. I can't carry over the one. I don't know. Richie, have you?
568 and 9-pin no tap.
No, I don't think I did
I
that.
think you should go into the toupee selling business and quit bowling. What do you think about that?
They may take me serious in that.
You got
the first time in
you
my
got the
life.
perfect face. You're a great promoter. You got the perfect dome. Put the ball away. Start selling new rugs. You'll become a millionaire.
No rugs. I love.
Mike Melendez Rug Company. For all you bald seniors that are snowbirds in Southwest Florida,
Yes.
you'll make a fortune.
I would.
Well, everybody likes you. I'll buy one.
That would be great. The
That-
only problem
that
is I gotta look up to people. And that would be
I'll
hard.
even wear that one in your honor that I have.
Oh,
Oh, God help me. Here he comes, watch. There it is, folks. Look. Mike Melendez Rugs.
ladies and gentlemen, today we would like to introduce you to the Hair for Men Rejuvenators. All right, and we would like to introduce you to Lightning Strikes Promoting.
Oh, God.
God, this tickles my ears. I don't like it.
People want to know why I'm wacky.
Have you had the opportunity to watch Born to Bowl?
No, I have not watched it because I don't get HBO, but I heard it's good.
It is one of the most intriguing things.
People are saying nothing but nice things and feeling a little bad about it. In other words, the plight of the Pro Bowler is obvious,
Yeah,
and the plight of the Pro Bowler obviously shows you don't make a lot of money.
that was the most fascinating
And,
aspect of it.
yeah, well, it was no different when I was a kid. We just didn't have anybody make the production, but we all knew it. We had a choice. You could go home and go to work,
Yeah.
or you could stay out there and try to win 10,000 every once in a while.
It was crazy to sit there and actually see it very hands
Oh yeah,
on.
some of
and
those people are
experience
very
the
nice
difference.
people in that. I know them. Several of them are nice people. Some of them I don't know, but the ones I do know are very humble, nice people.
It was intriguing.
Yes, they are. Thank you.
Hopefully, I can get back in bowl better.
Well, bowl better. Well, I can tell you one thing. Melendez shot 560 and 9-pin no tap. The worst is in front of him. Ugh. Imagine 560 and no tap. I'd be throwing the balls in the parking lot. Yeah, I've heard that HBO deal is very real and very sensitive to the plight of pro bowlers. It's sad in a lot of ways. I don't think Ben Stiller did anything to be other than truthful. He's a smart guy. He knows they're bowling for nothing. It's obvious. I think the most important thing, though, about the Stiller documentary was he got it to HBO, which, even though the story is somewhat sad, the fact that it's being publicized is very good, because you might get a sponsor. Somebody might come along and say, you know what, I want to help these guys. I want to do something for bowling. And it's been known to happen in the past. When Augie Bush signed the Budweisers in the 50s. And the Miller Brewing Company came along. In the old days, we had a very good relationship with the Ford Motor Company and a gentleman named Ray Ablandi, who was in charge of publicity and advertising for the Ford Motor Company. I have a picture of him and I. And he was a wonderful man who loved bowling. Andy Granatelli loved bowling, the STP company, when we had them. And we've had many more that really loved us. Phil Petralia, the CEO of Quaker State, loved us. Loved hanging with the bowlers, would come in the bar at Dallas and have a beer. And he sat on a show every year at the Quaker State. He was a fan of professional bowling. He knew a lot about it. He knew the stats, the records. He was very close with Anthony and Petraglia, whose names were spelled the same. Petralia's name was spelled the same as Petraglia's, but it sounded different. He used a silent G and called it Petralia rather than Petraglia. Same spelling. The CEO of Firestone in the old days, Scotty Brubaker, loved Billy Whalen, Don Carter, and Dick Weber, and Nelson Burton. He loved them. And he kept Firestone back in the PBA because he loved the bowlers. I met Scotty Brubaker. My first tournament of champions, I had a chance to meet him. He was wonderful. They who also loved the PBA bowlers was Carol Shelby. Carol Shelby sat on a couple of our telecasts when we were in Torrance, California, and he was fascinated by pro bowling. Fascinated by it. Rich Carucci's on. Welcome aboard, Hoss. Rich Carucci, longtime bowling fan and bowler from Hartford. Good friends with my son. I think I'm going to try to get home in June, bro. Thinking about it. So I'm going to talk to the boss to see if he'll let me escape. Or take a ride and drive home. I'll check the scores out. They should be coming in. Let's see what we got. And it's going to be interesting now because the whole world changes. So Cossard with 600, Courtney 597, Danny Mayer 597, Alan Adams at 595, Faust 494, Golson, monster scores. And if you look at these 600 and realize that with 3 games to go or 4 games to go, 29th place is only 95 out. Now everything changes. The third game is going to be coming in shortly. And we're now going into game 4, which is regular scoring. And that's when the whole world changes. So in game 1, we had 1-300 with Sam McHugh. In game 2, 1-300 with Jalen Faust and the boss, Robert Eddy. We'll be looking at game 3 momentarily. And then we will go to the other side where you better make your spares or you're done. Who are you getting now? Who are you making laugh now?
I need to understand this.
Go ahead.
As high as those steps are to get to the approach,
Yes.
you would think that I would have a 6-pack on the bottom, knees to chest. Because that's how high I'm lifting my leg up.
You can't lift your leg up from the concrete.
Because it's about this high. It reaches the back of my legs.
I never thought about that till today, till
Well,
now.
congratulations. I just put that in your mind. You can thank me later.
Melendez is telling me he has a problem walking from the settee up the 8 inches to the approach height because of his height. Oh, that poor man. He's got a tough life. Now, tomorrow is really going to be, I'm hoping, and I know Wayne's going to try his heart out. Wayne's going to meet me there at 8:30 in the morning. So the plan is tomorrow morning, Wayne's going to be there between 8:30 and 9. And him and I are going to try and get this system up and going by 10. I don't know much about it, but I don't mind going in and do it with Wayne. The competition is going to be fantastic. These will be 10 great scratch players. There's bonus pins involved and obviously a step ladder involved. So it's going to be a long live stream, which is good. We're hoping for a lot of views. Now, luckily, next year that tournament's here. So on Saturday and Sunday, we'll be rocking and rolling. The place will be packed. We'll have 18 cameras in use and no, extra work involved other than just promoting the sport. Maybe sponsors, things of that nature that come in and sit with us. We might do something special for that event. Knowing Robert and David Forbes wouldn't surprise me a bit if they tried to do something. Looks like Evan Baranecki, Nick Larson, Austin Horton, Mike Prushnick, Logan Teague, Dustin Browning, Dennis Beagle, Billy Seymour, James MacGyver, and John Rakoski are the top 10. Rakoski with 1823. That means 223 over for 10s. He averaged 223 and he will, or 227. He will not make the finals. Those 8 games. The leader was Evan Baranecki, who averaged 243, Nick Larson 241, Austin Horton 239, Mike Prushnick 235, Logan Teague 235. It looks to me like that second squad could knock out Browning, Beagle, Seymour, MacGyver, Rakoski. Scores extremely, extremely high. Keith Cross at 1743, 17th. They bombed them this morning. 51 people bowled, 50 people bowled. Mike Alshire, surprisingly, at 1678, probably his lowest finish in his career at the proprietor. So Alshire will not be bowling tomorrow. And Cossart's still averaging 300 at 900. Denny Mayer 895, Faust 894, Golson scores unbelievably high. At first place, 900. 10th place, 868. 32 pins out. 20th place, 802. 98 out. And now, in this last game, Ronnie Rice had 300. Good for him. And Matt Bartle had 300. Struggling. Russ Kozar having a bad day. Goes 280 in game one, 190, 2-0. Teresa Julian struggling. Corey Constantine struggling. Now the regular scoring, and boy, the whole world's going to change here in game four. They are in it now. Okay. Game four. 2.5 games to go. I'll know more, Joe, in the morning. I'm going to post on Facebook. Again, I've not got a lot of information from Wayne yet, but as long as Wayne's involved, we'll get up and running. There's no doubt in my mind we're going to have a show tomorrow. I'll post on my Facebook page, and the Lightning Strikes page, exactly where we are, but my page will tell all of you. And we're going to post on the Southwest Florida proprietor page or Southwest Florida page for bowling. I know Wayne can get all that up and going for us, so we should have some good views tomorrow. I'm really hoping. Notice all of a sudden, no strings, 7-8 in a row. It just disappears. It's crazy what those one pinners mean. Mark, where you been?
I don't bowl.
You're hiding. Where you been?
I don't bowl anymore.
Oh, you'll bowl again. How long you taking a break? Couple of months?
No, well, all right. So I gotta come back. I gotta start bowling for Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna just start bowling like a week before Memorial Day,
Yeah, sometimes it's good to take a rest.
and then I'm gonna quit again, and I'm gonna get surgery.
What's going on?
My finger.
Really? That bad?
Yeah, it's bad. It's
It
bad.
never heals?
It's well, my nail's back. I need the nail up.
Oh.
But this time I only went to like a regular primary care doctor to do it last time.
Yeah.
This time I'm going to hand specialist, so hopefully they can make it disappear.
Get it right.
So, because when I get to my rev rate's really gone down. Because when
Yeah.
I get to the bottom, I'm scared to hit it. I'm scared it's gonna hang on it. So my rev rate's gone down. But
Well,
that's
then-
not why I'm not bowling. I'm really sick.
Well, yeah, I've had it. I got the burn. I had the burn. I said, you know what? I got to take a break. You put all your life into it, and all of a sudden, you know, there's enough things going on, and you say, I need a rest. I need a rest. I need to do something else in my life, and it's very normal.
Well, mainly like the grind of like
Yes.
like I was pretty good. And,
Yeah, you could bowl.
but like
You
but
could
like
strike.
but like people like my form is what it is. I was decent. But people don't see the I was practicing
The repetition.
I was
too.
practicing
And
5 days a
the,
week.
and the knowledge of how to play the lanes. They don't see that either.
Well, no, I'm saying I was practicing 5 days a week.
Yeah, yeah.
What is up? No, I was up in Buffalo for a while.
I was watching it on the
Oh yeah, that was
What were you on at 631 Beat the Champ? What were you on the Yes channel? Was that had you on?
so Beat the Champ. I was on for 4 weeks.
Yeah, you were on 4 weeks.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
yeah,
I saw 1 week. I saw it. It was pretty cool.
yeah. It was fun. They used the same setup. It was.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was gonna be tacky. It wasn't for that much money, but I thought it was gonna be.
It was great.
I thought it was gonna be tacky, but
I
it was fun.
thought it was wonderful. I'm talking to Mark Pulaski Jr. about him making the show up in New York
I don't want to bowl.
when he went up there.
I'm not bowling.
He made a TV show that showed on the Yes Network. It was really decent, too. Had 4 weeks on Yes. Pretty cool. Frank Cascio on 25 did a TV show in Buffalo for many years. 40 years ago, when he was a young man, was the announcer on a good show in Buffalo, New York, which is obviously one of the greatest bowling towns in this country. Mike Newman came from Buffalo, Dave Gwyndon, Tom Baker, talking some superstars in the world of bowling in their day. And Frank did a TV show there, now retired, living here in Southwest Florida. Longtime bowler from the great town of Buffalo. And of course, all of you remember the great running back that had 4 Super Bowl losses in a row, Thurman Thomas, who played with Jim Kelly in the Buffalo Bills. Thurman Thomas's father was a great bowler out of Dallas. I bowled some tournaments with Thurman Thomas Sr. in 2000 when I spent 3 weeks in Dallas, or 2001 in January.
Hey, you see this athleticism right here?
It's amazing how you can find, these crosses in bowling history where the father of a great player or the sister or brother or the great player himself. And it sort of goes by the wayside and you never hear about it again. But I enjoyed bowling with Thurman Thomas Sr. He was a very good bowler. And his son, when I bowled with him, his son was already a Buffalo legend with 4 straight Super Bowl appearances. And to the best of my knowledge, they're the only team that ever did that. I'm not 100% right, but I might be. They just couldn't beat Dallas. They couldn't beat the Giants. They couldn't beat the Redskins, and they couldn't beat Dallas. But boy, were they good. You know, this is the 44th anniversary of Pete Weber winning his first PBA event at Bradley Bowl in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And I was there that day. And when Pete got done with all his press room obligations, him and I called his father. I was with him. Dick had asked me in 1980 to help Pete with his grips, with his bowling, with his equipment choices. Because back then there was no reps. And I was doing all the drilling, and I was the rep for everybody. And it was okay. It was an okay deal because you're working with the greatest talent that ever lived. It was an easier job than people would think. Simply because their greatness could make a bad ball work. But in Pete's case, you know, he was the son of a legend. So there was a little more pressure on Pete than there would be any other youngster coming out in that day because he was the son of Dick Weber. And when he won, we called his father. His father was crying. And I was so thrilled. I'll never forget how proud I was that he won in the house I learned how to bowl in the town that I lived in and went to high school in. He won his first tournament in Windsor Locks in '82, and I graduated high school in '67. So The house I grew up in was an eighth of a mile behind Bradley Bowl. And I'll never forget the memory and the pride we all had that Dick Weber's son won there in Windsor Locks. Long time ago, 44 years today. And by winning, 2 weeks later, he was allowed to bowl the Firestone. So he wins, and then 2 weeks later, he's in Akron to bowl the Firestone Tournament Champions with his father to become the first father and son ever to bowl the Firestone together. That was a major, major accomplishment. Now, this year, see, Ryan Barnes hasn't won yet. Just goes to show you how tough it is. The Tournament Champions is coming up real soon in Akron. And Ryan had a couple chances in the last few years but wasn't able to win. I don't remember the last time there was a father and son in the Firestone after Pete and Dick. Might have been Jimmy Johnson and Don Johnson in 91, I believe. Again, it's a very rare scenario. I don't believe Eugene McCune has ever bowled with his son in the Firestone or the Tournament Champions. So that's sort of an interesting little deal there. Stella, you ready for something? All right, what can I come up with for Stella for a trivia question of some sort? What do we have? Let me think. All right, I got a surprising question. Who's the first pro bowler to win on Pro Bowlers Tour with a plastic ball? Let's see how good you really are, Stella. Most of you will be surprised to hear the answer. First bowler to win on Pro Bowlers Tour with a plastic ball. And the next question is, who's the first pro bowler on the Pro Bowlers Tour to win with a reactive resin ball?
Richie, you see this young man right here?
Yes.
I used to have hair like that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. True story.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't. Now, Stella says Bo Burton. No, was not the first bowler to win with a plastic ball. And when I tell you, you won't believe it. And it's not a trick question. It really did happen. Believe it or not, it happened on the first PBA telecast in October of 1961. Roy Lown won with a Blue Brunswick Crown Jewel, which was plastic, left-handed. Beat Rich Robinette from Falls Church, Virginia. No, from Charleston, West Virginia. Rich Robinette with a Brunswick Crown Jewel, a blue one, a plastic ball. The first bowler to win with resin was Larry Stella. Who? And it's somewhat of a trick question again. Now, resin came out in the early 90s. Who was the first bowler? to win with a reactive resin bowling ball. And Larry Stella got that. Mark McDowell winning the 92 AC Delco Open with an Excalibur. The first week it ever was used on tour, it won. So Roy Loud in 1961 with plastic. Mark McDowell in 1992 with reactive resin. Now, the great question. Who was the first bowler to win with urethane on the Pro Bowlers Tour? All right, let's check the scores out now. Doug Cossart leading. And Kenny Combs now taking the lead with 1163. Wow. Ryan Courtney bowling very well today. 1067. 1163. 1151. Dave Esposito. 1139. Look at the difference now in scoring. In game game four, very good scores, and those bowlers made giant moves. Giant moves. Ken Combs bowling a higher game out of 9-pin no tap than he did with 9-pin no tap. Very interesting there. Dave Bullock bowling decent. Cossart dropping down in the 190s. Patty Chrisman having a hell of a start and all of a sudden in the 180s. Sam McHugh, her low game. So again, the spare shooting showing the difference. .35 bowlers. Ken Combs leading with 2 to go. Well, it was the winter tour of 81, okay? And it had to be after March. Now, Toledo was the first week of the Black Angle in 81, but Anthony won the tournament, so it wasn't that week. I believe we went from there to either Peoria or St. Louis or Milwaukee. It might have been one of those 3 cities, St. Louis, Peoria, or Milwaukee of 81, or as we worked our way east, into Garden City, Baltimore, Windsor Locks, and Toledo. No, Anthony won in Toledo, excuse me. Might have been Akron of 81. And that's a possibility. Bowlers now in game 5. Again, as we look at the scores after 4 games, with 1163 leading and 1113, 50 pins out in 10th, and then in 94, 91, 89, 88, I would honestly say it's a long shot, but 20 bowlers with a chance to win. Because anything can happen in a handicap event. If somebody pops 240, that's getting 40 pins a game. They got a chance to pick up a lot of wood. All right, Larry Stella, another trivia question. You mentioned Warren Nelson. What was Warren Nelson's nickname? Holman winning at King Louis, huh? Wow. What was Warren Nelson's nickname, Stella? You get this one. I don't know if it can ever be topped. No, not Nelly. Close. You'll laugh. You'll laugh when I tell you his nickname. This you don't know? Scorin' Warren. That was perfect. Scorin' Warren. Well, let's do some nicknames. What was Johnny Petraglia's nickname? Pretty simple one for Petraglia. Joe says Trags, close, Rags. Patrag, rag, right? Trags, yeah. Trags, rags, yes. Okay. What was Dave Davis's nickname? Davis's nickname was really his middle name. We just added a Y to it. Davis's middle name was Hugh. David Hugh Davis. They called him Huey. So Huey roomed with Rags. So when I talked to Sutar, I'd say, Sutar, where's Huey and Rags? What room they in? Huey and Rags. How's that one? Huey. Panko got it. Whoever named Marshall Holman the Medford Meteor that's got to go down, in my opinion. Somebody named him that. I believe a bowling writer did. Might have been one of ours. Who had two nicknames? That's a good one. I have no idea. Well, let me think. I got nowhere to start with that one. Let me think. Boy, I don't know. Don Johnson did, the Kokomo Kid. 2 words, Kokomo and then Kid. Nelson Burton's nickname was Bo. Harry Smith's nickname was the Tiger, or Harry Tiger. Carmen Salvino's nickname was the Spook. Earl Anthony was Earl the Pearl. Mark Ross' nickname was Smock. Holman the Bowman. The Medford Meteor. Unbelievable. JJ Feathers watching. Wow, I haven't seen that name in a while. Wow, hope you're doing well. JJ? Yes, JJ, I'm still alive. It's actually me. I know you find it hard to believe because everybody took the under on 70. And you should see what the odds are on the under on 80. Oh, my God. And I'll be 77 next month, so you still have time to bet the under, folks, if you'd like to. Now, I had nicknames that I cannot put on this live stream, but George Pappas gave me one. It's hilarious, and he gave it to me, and it's a hilarious nickname. And Mal Acosta gave me one that's hilarious. They are absolutely the funniest nicknames you could possibly think of. And they both gave it to me at the same time in the locker room when I'd walk in. Oh, automatically. And you should see the way the rookies looked at them when they did it, because they didn't know if I'd get mad or not. Holman the Bowman had 2 nicknames, and the Medford Meteor. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Ernie Schlegel's nickname was the Bicentennial Kid, which is coming up the 50-year anniversary of Schlegel being the Bicentennial Kid is coming up July 4th. Oh, boy. Yep, the Mouth of the South. And the General. He had 2 nicknames. The Mouth of the South and the General. again, it's going to be fun tomorrow. And keep this in mind: the number 1 and number 2 bowlers right now are Evan Baranicki and Nick Larson, and both of them bowled for Weber International and won the intercollegiate national championships. So we have 2 college champions, 1-2 at the proprietors right now, which is a very interesting little tidbit. Again, Larson finishing 3rd a few weeks ago to last week to Brandon Bone and Daniel Lynn. Now, neither Bone or Lynn could bowl this tournament. Larson can. And I believe the reason is, even though he didn't bowl leagues this year in this tournament, to qualify through the local association, they came up with a ruling that if you've won this tournament, you can bowl it. That means I was actually eligible to bowl this tournament, which would have never happened in a million years, unless they had an ambulance ready with a stretcher. But Larson won it last year, so they are allowing him to defend with this new rule that states if you've won this event, you are immediately eligible to try and qualify. You're not seeded into the finals like the Masters. So Nick in 2nd place behind Evan Baranicki. And here's a crazy stat, but let's say Larson wins it this year. He's allowed to bowl it next year if he didn't win it. The fact that he's a previous winner means you can qualify in the tournament if you had not bowled leagues in this association. So Larson doesn't bowl leagues in this association. I don't. I don't know of anybody else that moved that might be able to come back and actually bowl in it or is retired. Of course, I'm never going to bowl it. I don't care if somebody said I'll pay for your entry fee and take you to work and take you there in a limo. I ain't bowling it. No, that's of course if they offered an appearance fee, I might bowl 3 frames and withdraw. Now, Danny Mayer right now has a great chance to win this event. Number 1, look what he's bowling here, and he's certainly capable of this. So keep in mind, this is the one guy right now that can go 270, 260 and win it. We know he has that skill level. He's an excellent bowler. Don't be deceived by his age. He can bowl. Until he got the Litchi kiss. Sorry, Danny. I'm sorry, Danny. I didn't mean it. I did not mean it. How's that for the big build-up, and then he leaves the 4-5 on a light pocket hit? Unbelievable. But let's see if he can make it. Now, right now, we're going to take a look at Danny's score, and right now he's near the top. Yeah, he's at 11.26. He's only 37 out. So obviously, he's got a shot at winning this event. No, okay. Still in the 230s, which is a big game, but that ball could have kept him with a possibility of 270 if he struck. So now we're getting down to nitty-gritty time with few frames and one game left. So we will be crowning a champion in about 45 minutes or so. Right at about 4 o'clock, somewhere in there, 10 after 4. Wow, that's a good shot. That's Ken Combs right there, I believe. And if that is him, he definitely has a chance to win this tournament. He's an excellent bowler. I hadn't seen him bowl a lot, but when I have, he's been right there. Look at his games, 9-pin no tap, and his last game scratch, 278. And as you could tell when you saw him throw the ball, that man's a player right there. I like the way he bowls, got an excellent game. And I would predict right now he is the favorite to win it. Boy, that 4-5 cost Mayer 279, and he knows it. That's why he's shaking his head right now. It's not so much that he doubled. It was the open in the 9th frame, which was it's going to turn out to be a 32-pin open. And it was a light pocket hit that normally does go in this house. He's going to shoot 247, but if he strikes in the 9th, it's 279. A 32-pin open in frame 9 might be the difference between him winning and losing, and that's why he's shaking his head. I mean, I could read his mind. I don't blame him. The 4-5 was really a pretty good shot, but he forgot that he got the Litchi kiss and they were going to stand regardless, so that's the end of that. Attaboy. Boy, he throws it good. He's saying, I threw it good. Why did I end up with just 247? And that's the way good bowlers think. Good bowlers, you know, when they get robbed on a pocket hit, they're thinking, what if it went, right? Robert Eddy had a great chance coming into this game, just very disappointing, 152. So he's out. He can't win it. This gentleman right here can win it, Ken Combs, and he's shooting 240, planting that foot, and all those first balls are right there. And I would have to say right now it's between him and Dan Mayer. No doubt about it. Combs with 248 in game 2. And if you'll notice, or game 5, you'll notice game 4, 278. So he's 278, 248 without the 9-pin no tap. And that tells you he knows how to bowl. It's that simple. right, so Bowler's now just finishing game 5. Again, we want to thank you all. See you tomorrow. Again, I'll post when we're going to be on the air on my Lightning Strikes page here. I'm hoping 10 o'clock there'll be a link. Wayne Toplin will be with me, so he'll help put the link up on my phone. And just so all of you know, and I wanted you to understand, I don't have to do this event tomorrow, and I'm not getting paid, and neither is Wayne. We're just doing it. And I've told Wayne and Bobby Taylor and Dennis Bush that I would be honored to do this event every year, and I don't want any money. It's not about the money. It's about having the honor to do it, knowing that it's the best bowlers of this association, and I feel this event should be live streamed every year. I think it should be a tradition starting this year. And as long as the proprietor approves me to do it and the guys running the event approve me to do it, I will do it. Again, it's up to the proprietor. It's their bowling center. You know, they run them their way, and it's their business. But as long as I got to go ahead, the honor would be mine, as long as I'm still able to live stream. This is the first time I will be doing it. Hopefully there'll be several more. I like Ken Combs' action to win it. I saw him bowl recently. I didn't realize a lot about him. I didn't know him. But I watched him throw the ball a few weeks ago. I think he had 300 or bowled a real big game. And I went, whoa, wait a minute. Where did he come from? I somehow missed him. But he throws the ball very good. And I feel he could win this event right now with a decent game. I want to check his handicap out, just to see exactly what he's getting. He's getting 36, and that's a lot of wood. Yeah. 25, 26 year and a tournament era.
We had the 24, 25 one from last year. So
We're covered.
keep an eye on it.
We're covered. All righty, we're in game 6 of today's competition. Right now, Ken Combs is looking real good. We're going to put his scores up here now. And he is the leader by 40 pins over Dave Bullock and Danny Mayer, Doug Cosart, Sam McHugh, and Ryan Courtney. Excellent scores from all those bowlers. If you'll notice, the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 games, only one game under 200. That's Cosart with 197. So the bowlers bowling very well today on the scratch side. In fact, more than I expected. Those are some decent scores right there. Ryan Courtney, 280. Sam McHugh, 441, or 480, 441. 460 for Mayer. Bullock, 475. And Kenny Combs, a monster. So now they'll be bowling game 6 for today's title. And there it is. Now, Combs is bowling on the end pair here, the last pair of qualifying, 35 and 6. And it looks like he's got a triple and 7. I don't know if that's him or not. If it isn't him, he's in trouble because you got a 52 in the fourth, a 57 in the fourth, and a possible 55 in the fourth. So he might be in a lot of trouble here in this 6th game. And I think he's coming up now on 35. That is him. And it is him with 777. So that's the only good game on the pair, and he's got it. So he is definitely in control to win. He's got a 40-pin lead going into this last game. He's going against Dan Meyer, and to show you about one shot, when Meyer left that 4-5 last game, he shot 247 because he opened the 9th when he left the 4-5. If he strikes, he's got 279. So he's down 40 pins. That was a 32-pin miss with the 4-5. He's down 8 pins if he strikes. That just goes to show you that a 40-pin lead is not somebody running away. It's literally one hit plus 8 pins. So a 32-pin lead, if Meyer would have struck on that ball instead of leaving the 4-5, he'd be even right now. One ball, 32 pins. And that is tough to swallow when you throw it real good and get it open. let's go to 19 and 20 because that's where Mayer is. Let's see what he's got going on here. So right now it's Combs against Mayer. Mayer coming up now clean, 55 in the third. He's got to bowl a good game here because he's spotting some handicap to Combs, and he's down 40. I would say he has to start striking right now. Spares aren't going to win it. And he needs several of those. So that's a double for him. And we'll go right back 35 to 38 and watch Combs. He's going to be coming up here with a chance to get into the 220s. This is a key ball because right now it's literally between him and Mayer. Mayer shooting 2-0, Combs 2-10. This puts him in the 220s with a 40-pin lead and 20 pins ahead in this game. Wow, and he tripped a 4-pin, and what a bonus that was. So now 226, 2-0. He's got about a 60-pin lead on Mayer. At this point, if he spares out, just spares out, Mayer would have to strike out. So it looks like Kenny Combs has a great chance to win this tournament. Kenny Combs out of Port Charlotte, throwing the ball very good today. Mayer stays in the hunt with him. He picks up 10 here. He's really bowling one guy right now. So he's got to strike here to stay up with him. And he got that 10 out. So he's at 210. Combs 220. And really it's between them and Bullock. Actually, I didn't realize Combs Mayer was 56 behind. Let's see his handicap, 18. Combs getting 36. It's between Combs and Bullock. 20. Oh, yeah, Combs is in good shape right now. Bullock's certainly capable of striking. But I can tell you right off the bat, once I see Dave Bullock's scores, Combs in a commanding lead and struck again. So now Combs is in the 230s, and I want to see where Bullock is. Bullock is in the 190s. This is Ken Combs. I don't believe anybody can go around it because even if Mayer struck out and got in the 260s, Combs needs just 2-0, and he's already at a 230 pace. I think Combs needs a mark. I think if Combs strikes on this next ball, it's over. He will be the winner. And he really bowled great today at 278, 248. Now, he does bowl at Port Charlotte, and again, that's a string average. And anytime we have found out that a string average does not equal a free fall average, but there's nothing we can do about it. There's no rule against it. They're both sanctioned, but I think all of us believe that string averages are lower overall. And they don't fall like that on strings. So now he's in the 240s, and he will be the winner. It's a no-brainer now. He cannot lose the tournament. And I do have a feeling that there's going to be an adjustment made where the local tournament directors and proprietors will eventually say that there is a difference. They haven't done it yet. I was hoping they would a few years ago simply because I saw it. I said they're not the same at the pin deck. The lanes could be the same in house to house. That's not the point. The carry's not the same at the pin deck, and everyone in this industry will say the same thing. Me, owners, scratch bowlers, it's not the same. It can't be. It won't be. So there might have to be an equation adjustment as time goes on. Again, it's not pinned on us. All we can go by is tournament averages and league averages, and that's it. Got nothing else to go by. I think Combs did miss. Let me double check and see what he did. Yeah, he did open. So let's say he opened again at 218 plus 36 is 254. Danny Mayer opened. So Combs, let's just say he bowled 254 with handicap. Mayer's 220s and 20 is 240. Oh, yeah, Combs is the winner, folks. I don't believe anyone is even close going into the 10th frame. We will find out momentarily. Looks like we will have another new winner here. Kenny has not won here before, to the best of my knowledge. I am going to ask him that. I don't recall interviewing him. And I'm glad. I love seeing first-time winners here. I'm sure it means a lot to them. Yes. And Combs shooting 238, and that score is going to come in and put him into the winner's circle where he went 278, 248, 238, and he will be today's winner. There's no one out there that can catch him no matter what they bowl. Unless Cossert were to shoot 300, and I don't see him anywhere near that. So scores will be coming in, and we will crown another champion here at the living room. Let me peruse a little bit. You know, we've had a lot of first-time winners that have bowled exceptionally well, and then you see the excitement, you know, when I interview them, and I'm always curious about their next tournament because most people aren't. Usually, if you get a non-winner that's never won before, and you see them bowl, right, and they win, and they get in the booth here, and then you watch them the next time, and to see if they can maintain that winning edge and that winning form. And we got a young lady here that won about a month ago, a very nice young lady named Teresa Julian. And today she's got 201, 170, 130, 120, 180. And she's got a 135 and a 122. Her scratch games are 122, 185. She won about a month ago. And you often wonder, you know, when they win, you know, is it legit? I know a lot of people think that way because it's just the nature of bowling today with the handicap system. But she's getting the same handicap she had a month ago, and she's in 33rd So you don't see it a lot where they're going to go week after week. It's virtually impossible, in my opinion. But if a pattern develops, we're watching it. Just so everybody understands, anytime somebody bowls real well in one of our events, we don't feel they're doing anything dishonest, but we're keeping score. And we've been doing it, and it does work. The interesting part about it is when they look good, they look so good that you don't think they deserve their average, and then 2 weeks later, you realize they do deserve their average, that they are 140. They're not 180. And you can get fooled in today's day and age because somebody could buy a brand new ball. It's got a perfect surface. They come in, they get hot, they shoot 580, and they're a 140 average bowler. And 2 weeks later, the ball ain't hooking anymore. They don't know what to do with it, and they bowl 420. It's staggering at both ends when we have to deal with it. But we do. We believe that 99.9 are honest. They're all here to have fun and try to win. But it can get a little hairy at times. So it looks like Ken Combs is the lock winner for today. Absolute lock winner. And there's nobody close. You won.
That,
You won.
I think so.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sit with me a second.
right.
I'm Larry. Have we met?
No, we have not.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think you bowled fantastic today.
Appreciate it.
Now, I got some questions. When you have a day like today and you've never won before, let's say it is true, what's it like?
Well, I mean, I've won, just not here.
You've won?
I've won quite a few tournaments in Tampa area
In Tampa?
a few years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, I quit bowling for a little while. Got back into it just a couple years ago.
Throw the ball very good.
I appreciate that.
You got a good game. And you make good shots.
Thank you.
Where are you living now?
Port Charlotte.
You live in
I'm from
Port Charlotte.
Sarasota.
Oh, you're from Sarasota? I love Sarasota. I love Siesta Key.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody loves Siesta Key.
Yeah, a little
The
too
whole,
many people.
the whole world loves Siesta
They do.
Key.
They do.
I've been going there since the tour came here in '77 and bowled there. I stayed at the Palm Bay Club and on Siesta Key, and we got a condo there. I was working for the tour, and every night we watched the sunset. The whole tour stayed at the Palm Bay Club. There were 70, 80 guys that stayed there, and they had 2-bedroom suites, double beds. So you had a roommate staring at the sun at night. It was just another world. Then we'd leave and get back to reality.
Yeah,
But for that 1 week that we could stay at Siesta Key, it changed your whole life.
I was there for 42 years.
Really?
I just moved a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. I was
You know,
born and
I-
raised there.
Yeah, oh, really? I was very good friends with Steve Neff and Raffy. Very close.
I know that name. Do you know Bruce Combs?
I might, but Steve Neff won the U.S. Open in '75.
Okay.
He lived in Sarasota, and Raffy built Galaxy Lanes. Raffy
Right.
Cario built Bradenton, Sarasota, Venice, and here. And those guys were my buddies. I worked for the PBA, and I bowled there before I worked. But our first trip here was '77. There was nothing there. It's Bolero now on 41. Where that is when Raffy built it 50 years ago. There was nothing there but that
Right.
building.
No,
There was
I
all-
remember.
There was
I
all
remember it being
palm.
Galaxy.
There was all pine trees around it.
Yep.
There was nothing there.
No,
Now it's
anywhere really. But
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sarasota's crazy now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Prices, traffic, everything.
Oh yeah, it's from another world. Everybody moved there. They got smart. Tough in rush hour though.
Oh, that's why I moved. That was one of
Really?
the biggest reasons.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, traffic was just getting bad. Pricing on, just to stay
Yeah.
and live there is
Yeah, it
ridiculous.
is insane.
I mean, I pay less than what it is for one bedroom in
It,
Sarasota.
it is insane. Well, congratulations
I
on your
appreciate
drug one. I'm glad you won. You're both
Thank you.
great today. Keep it up.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Thank you. All right, nice young man. Winning his first time here. And scores will be coming in Wouldn't that be something if he didn't win? That would be the Larry kiss. I hate to even think it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't see anybody going around him. He looks pretty good right now. And there it is. Opened it up pretty good with his last 3 games were fantastic. Now Golson, loses by 80, but you can see his scratch score the last 3 had no chance. The only one that might have had a chance at him was Bullock, shooting 2-0 and 230. He was possibly 250, 250 2 of the last 3. Might have got within range of him. Danny Mayer bowled very well. Shot 670, but nowhere close. Tom Esposito, interesting. If the 160 was 250, he could have won it, but that's a lot. But there's our group right there. Kenny Combs, the winner here at Lightning today. We're going to have our presentation shortly, and we will call it another day here at Lightning, and we will be on the air again tomorrow. I will post in the morning on my Facebook page the link to watch the Proprietors Championship. Kind of a quiet day here at Lightning. Not a lot of bowling going on. Normally on Saturdays, we've got a heck of a crowd this time of day. But as you can see, kind of quiet in here now. A lot of bowlers packing up, getting ready to leave. In about 20 minutes, the house is going to be empty. Not much going on. And we're waiting for Luke with our presentations. And he's finishing up the scoring right there. Again, tomorrow the card show is here, so there won't be any tournaments. Every 3 months, Robert runs a card show. Extremely successful here with about 100 booths. A lot of collectors, Pokemon collectors, and they'll be here tomorrow. They literally rent the bowling center for food, open play, billiards, and bowling. So that's it. And their booths, of course. So they'll be here tomorrow. We'll be back to our normal schedule. Monday, we open at noon. Summer League starting in May. Still waiting for Oaks Farms. Audi this Tuesday night, the last Tuesday night of their 6th year. Audi 3 weeks to go. Or excuse me, Oaks Farms 3 weeks to go. Let's check out brackets and pots. Bullock winning $60. Singles, Sam McHugh winning $30. Senior singles, Dave Bullock another $60. Handicap number 1, Esposito $70. Ken Combs $70. And handicap doubles, Kozar and Stewart, $80. So we spread it out pretty good today. And there's our winner, Kenny Combs. We're going to go down for the presentation now.
Our top 7 winners of the day. Actually, we were player short of paying 6 places. We do want to make sure that those two that tied for 6 at least get a little bit of something back. Give me 1 second here.
All right, Michael.
I had a higher set the last 3 games that I did when I put no
For
tap.
6th place, we had David Esposito and Samantha McHugh.
All right, Dave Esposito and Sam McHugh getting a little money today. Both of them avid bowlers. Dave Esposito was in here earlier this week practicing. He loves to bowl. Sam McHugh, avid bowler in her life. These are full-time bowlers. They spend a lot of time in the bowling center. You got a partner?
All right, in 5th place for $80, we have Dan Mayer.
Danny Mayer in 5th place, formerly out of Detroit,
For
Michigan.
$100, we have David Bullock.
David Bullock out of Naples. Another good week for Bullock. Ex-Marine, as you can tell. Looks like a Marine.
In 3rd place for $135, we have Doug Cossert.
Doug Cossert, and I believe Doug Cossert's father, Roger Cossert, is a PBA Senior Tour winner. I believe I'm correct that Roger won a senior stop on the PBA Tour, a left-hander.
And our grand prize winner for the day, $270, and the big check is Mr. Ken Combs.
And nice to see Kenny Combs with a win. He deserved it. Bowled fantastic today. Formerly out of Sarasota, now living in the Tampa area. Nice day today. Made about 600. Good for him. A different group literally every week. Very seldom do you see the same people in there back-to-back weeks.
Somebody's screaming right down there. I don't know who that was.
Sure, yeah, I know.
Nobody down there.
That always happens, Robert. The minute we get a winner, it's an automatic re-rate. The minute they win once, we...
Right? No, I'm kidding. Now, who said that?
All right, we're going to call it a day, everybody. I'm going to close it down. I got to go to bed early tonight. I got a long day tomorrow. So, again, I want to thank all of you for being with us. I'll post tomorrow morning what time we're starting over there at Gator for the proprietors event. It should be very exciting. The match play should be fantastic, very competitive. The best bowlers of Southwest Florida are going to make that top 8 tonight. So we'll see you in the morning. As usual, good luck and good bowling. Thank you so much.